Hello friends, this is Sharmi with the Amateur Gardener. I plan to do some garden cleanup today. This is probably the last one. And after this, we're going to put a nice layer of compost, and the garden beds should all be looking like awesome. But the reason I made this video is I wanted to show you this tool that I'll be using. It's an attachment. It's called, I think, Dill Trill or Till drill or something like that. And it came with a weeder attachment. So I saw my husband the other day using this to pull up weeds while I was using like doing a making a taking much longer doing my way, but it did a pretty decent job. And since I'm going to cover and smother all the weeds and the seeds and the babies and everything with mulch and compost, so I wanted to give this a try myself and see how it goes. So in a little bit, I'll be going out and I will be using this, and so can give you a demo of how it goes. I connected to a 20-volt Craftsman drill. I always go for like uh, cordless drills. Uh, I don't like dragging along a wire with me. Um, I mostly use Craftsman, the 20-volt drill. It works good for me. The only time I use the a 60-volt one, I have a DeWalt one, is when I rarely, and that's not that often, is when I use my 9-inch auger from Power Planter. So that's the time, and that's for like big plants typically, but like 3 gallon or more plants is when I use the 60-volt. But other than that, and actually sometimes the when I use the 5-inch auger too, I use the 60-volt. But most of the time, I do my job with the 3-inch auger. It works just fine for me. Um, and so I'll show you how I use that, and then it'll be a quick tour of my rose garden area in a little bit of detail. I think I just skimmed past it in previous videos and I didn't show you much about it. Also wanted to give you let you know that all my plants, all my tropicals are now out of the greenhouse. We have pretty beautiful weather. um, so so my mango is out. So let's get going. Let's get to work in a little bit. I'll be taking the drill out with the weeder attachment and see if I can make some quick work of some parts of weeding. And so I know there are certain portions where I'll have to hand pull out the weeds because there are too many roots and I have too many bulbs planted there that come up every year. So I know I'll have to do that by hand, and that's okay. But in other areas like my walkways, the back of the vegetable beds, those are areas I definitely can, ease up my amount of labor that I spend there. Okay, so I'll take you along with me. See you in a bit. Okay, taking you around my patio right now. It's full of the little seedlings that I had grown, and I'm trying to harden them off. This area gets a little bit of afternoon sun, but not a whole lot. So I may move them to a little more sun. They have been sitting here for the past 3 days and have been doing well. Um, I plan to plant the okra at least out this weekend. Um, so going around, my mango tree is out. I don't think it's going to produce any fruit this year. Neither do I want it to, but we'll see. Looks healthy. Oh, forgot to mention that I did buy clematis. This is an evergreen clematis. Those are pretty rare to come by. And this is called Clematis armandii. This is an old-fashioned clematis. I got a very nice deal on it. It's a Monrovia plant, so it should be good. And it has already bloomed for me. You can see the leftovers of one of the bloom. It's like a white bloom. I'll put the picture online, but I'll share. I'm still thinking about where to plant it. I wanted to, it needs like part sun area, so I'm still thinking about nice place to plant it, and it grows really big and tall. That I can see, and it has little tendrils. It was already holding on to my mango plant here. So I have to think about where to put it. I want it in an area which gets a lot of, like, I can enjoy it a lot. It has a faint fragrance. Here's the guava tree that's also nicely flushing out. Lots and lots of branches coming out. Curry leaf tree. This is the orange jasmine. This was used to be my mom's favorite. Managed to find it here. We'll see if it produces any flowers this year. I just planted it like 4 or 5 months back. This is my Rangoon creeper. Another one of my mom's favorite. I love it. This one produced a lot of flowers into late fall last year. I still don't have the courage to put this in ground and then afford to lose it. Maybe later. It's going to be its third year in the pot. I changed the pot though. Initially it was in a much smaller pot. Now I put it in a bigger one. Um, the fall flowers are still here. Fall winter flowers. Oh, this is the Kalanchoe. I think that's how it's pronounced. I may forgive me if I got the name wrong, the pronunciation wrong. I have a white one and a pink one. Looks very pretty. And a red one. And red one I broke off a branch, put it in a small pot. Still looking good. And these are the kale and the violas and some dianthus. That's still looking awesome. This is a Meyer lemon that is full of flowers. Hope to get some lemons. I can see a bee there that is kind of resting on the flower and gone to sleep. And I am going to put some fertilizer here. And this one is the kaffir lime. And here you see, these are my, hopefully, even if I get one of them, let me try to focus. This will be my first line. There are 4. These are the pots that are surrounding my pergola. They're still looking good. And this is on the other side of the pergola. Okay, now let's get back to some work. Hello friends, I'm back. Okay, so I'm now in my rose garden area opposite the nectarine tree. We did weed it a little bit last weekend, but doing a little bit more fine tuning before we put the new layer of compost. Trying to minimize weeds. You never really get rid of weeds, everyone knows. It's a bane of a gardener's existence. It's always there. We just keep it under control. Okay, and so let's get going. Here, I actually cannot use my handy dandy weeder for the most part because I have roots here. I prefer not to use it.
this was a quick video about how to make a boring job of weeding kind of easy, at least for certain areas. If you liked my video, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you interesting content. Until my next video, bye bye.